Messerschmitt BF-109K, Kurfurst, not Karl. Introduction. The BF-109K, code name, Kurfurst, not Karl, was the final production version of the only German single-engined fighter to see service throughout the war. It was developed in an attempt to streamline the production process and increase the number of fighters being built in Germany. In this it was successful, and some 750 109 Burmese Kiats were built in the last 6 months of the war. However, as the war came increasing close to Germany, many of these aircraft were destroyed before getting into action, while chronic fuel shortages began to cut the amount of time Luftwaffe aircraft could actually spend in the air. The most significant achievement of the 109K is that it existed at all. Development and changes. The aim of the team designing the 109K was to pick out the best features from the many versions of the 109G and produce a standard aircraft that would have all of the best features of the earlier aircraft. The 109K was powered by the DB605D engine, with the possibility to have either MW power boosting or extra standard fuel. The engine-mounted gun was changed to the Mk108 cannon, used in some later versions of the 109G. The 12mm milligram 131s were retained as the cowling guns. The resulting fighter was roughly 20 miles per hour faster than the BF-109G-10 at all heights. Variants. K2. The proposed K2 was almost identical to the G-10, and so was not produced. K4. This was the main version of the 109K. It first appeared in October 1944, and at least 544 K4s had been produced by the end of November. Shortages of both the engine and new guns meant that the older 109G remained in production at the same time as the K4. The exact total of K4s that were built is unknown. Plans were in place to build over 3,500 by July 1945, but work didn't begin at all of the factories involved. K6. Several other variants on the 109K were proposed. The K6 was an interceptor powered by the DB605 DCM engine. It had two Mk108 guns in the wings, giving it 330mm cannon. It entered production in January 1945, but very few were completed. The extra cannon proved unpopular, dramatically reducing the performance of the aircraft. The few that reached the front often had the wing-mounted cannon removed. This was the last version that definitely saw service. K8. A planned reconnaissance fighter, based around the DB605 DCM engine. It was armed with one 103 Malawian Quachars cannon in the engine and two Mk108s in the wings, but no cowling guns. It could carry either a single RB50 30th camera or two RB32 7x9 cameras behind the cockpit. Production probably began, but this type probably never entered service. K10. The K10 was an upgunned K4, with the 108 Malawian Quachars cannon in the engine replaced by the Mk103 and powered by the DB605 DCM engine. The war ended before this aircraft could enter service. K14. The final proposed version of the BF-109. This version would have been powered by the DB605L engine. The DB605L engine was cancelled in November 1944. This version would have been armed with 2mm 131 machine guns over the engine cowling, 1mm 108 cannon in the engine and 2mm 108s in the wings. Combat record. The 109K appeared too late in the war to take part in anything but the final battles to defend Germany. Significant numbers of 109K-4s were involved in the disastrous attacks on the 1st of January 1945, Operation Baseplate, that virtually destroyed the German fighter force. Whatever its merits as a fight, the 109K-4 appeared too late and in too small numbers to have any chance against the overwhelming British, American and Russian attacks that it had to face at the end of the war. Stats: K4. Engine. DB605D 12-cylinder inverted V liquid-cooled engine, in action 2 HP 1,800 at takeoff. 1,275 climb and combat at 0 feet. 1,150 climb and combat at 25,247 feet. 1,040 maximum continuous at 0 feet. 1,030 maximum continuous at 25,263 feet. Thanks for watching. Please like this video and comment below. Watch more upcoming history videos. Also, there has been a playlist I created containing older World War II history of airplane videos. Link to the playlist is in the description of this video. See ya next time.